Next up on the main stage, please welcome Marzena Jonak, CBD brand developer, lifelong entrepreneur, and co-founder of the Patriot Cafe.
Thank you so much. How is everybody doing so far? Because if you're not smiling yet, you need one more gummy. And if you're falling asleep, you had too many, for sure, okay? So the last presentation before that was sexual health and CBD, and I almost forgot my topic. I'm like, guys, I'm married for 30 years. Don't do that to me. So how did I come to be a global brand developer and CBD expert, being a suburban mom of 3 boys? It's actually quite a nice story. I was always against marijuana my entire life, but then because I had 3 boys, I was looking for some alternative means to offset the, how do I call it, prescription abuse that I have seen in high school. And that's how I got interested in the topic. In 2018, I started working for one of the big boys, CBD hemp experts, and I heard so many stories since then when customers are calling in. We have different brands calling in, looking for CBD. And those stories were so moving and so amazing that I became the biggest advocate for CBD and cannabinoids. Now, when somebody is calling in to us, they want to do a private formulation, so those are the options. Which is a custom formulation. And we also have a white label option. So this is the other option you can have with a manufacturing company. And white label just simply means you can label yourself and get blank products, or you can have your manufacturer label your product and you get the finished brand. And the third option, some of them have a national wholesale brand. And then they have marketing materials. It's something that's already established. And that's a third way of getting into the CBD business. And that all depends, of course, on your budget, on your time, and on your business model, whichever option you select. But whichever option you select, there's criteria and questions that you should ask when talking to a manufacturer. And probably most of the topics and questions you guys already know, but I hope you know there is maybe one thing or two that you can get away from this seminar. So when you're partnering up with a CBD manufacturer, with a reseller, with a wholesaler, make sure it is a premium CBD supplier, which means they used registered hemp produced in an FDA-registered facility. Ensure that they are licensed and certified, and I will go through the different licensing and certifications, as well as just ask them how long are they in business, what kind of control processes they have, and why they are better than maybe somebody else. Very important is also the customer service, because I would say 80% of people that call us complain or had a bad experience, or nobody's picking up the phones and so on. Now, when you have a good product, you have a good business, you have a good partner, you have a good business, right? That's how it works. So that's why it's important you have somebody, or you work somebody who is really reliable, especially in this market. So FDA-registered hemp means there is no cross-contamination in your hemp. That's where we're starting. They have very strict cultivation requirements, absolutely no pesticides, no fertilizers. And the best way is just order samples. Do they have a sample program? When you get your samples, did you get a tracking number? Did you get, how long did it take them to send you the samples? Test them on friends, family. Make sure you really, really like the product, as well as ensure that the entire process, the customer service, is everything that you hoped for. Now, the different certifications right here, I'm going to start with the GMP certification because the FDA is going to come up with regulations. We are all waiting for them. One of them might probably be that they will require a CGMP certified facility, which means good manufacturing practice. And those are very strict regulation and licensing inspections, one of which is, for example, there is no cross-contamination in the production circle, how you clean your drums between production circles, and so on. So a good manufacturing company will have that stamp. Registration with FDA. ISO 9001 is just an international sign of quality assurance. Then, of course, we have the USDA organic certification. Some of them have the halal or kosher certification. So if you can find somebody that has as many of those, you are looking for the right supplier. Not tested on animals, of course, the third-party lab tested. That is a standard in the industry. So when you get your samples, look at the bottom of your sample, see if there is a batch number. Make sure you can go to the website and look up the COA that should be available to you easily without having to hunt somebody down for weeks. And then some states, like Florida right now, requires a food license to have edibles. And that might be something that moving forward is required in every state. Therefore, set yourself up with somebody that is going to survive or make sure that your production is up to date with the upcoming FDA regulations. For now, FDA does not fully regulate it yet. I mean, they will not fully regulate it, but they're trying to make it very difficult for everybody, as we know. So 0.3 THC, that's why you need a COA, because 0.31 will make it a hot product and will make your store, your online store, your business getting shut down. So whoever you're talking to at your reseller or manufacturing company, make sure they show you the COA and make sure you know how to read it. They should be able to explain it to you. That's part of the service. And then also the labeling. As you know, there has been some warning letters issued by the FDA for deceptive labeling and medical claims. So talk to your representative, whoever you work with, to advise you on a compliant way of sharing the benefits of CBD. Because we all know it works, we all know how it works, but we just can't talk about it, right? So there is a way how you can still convey, maybe go a little bit around it, and your manufacturing company should be able to protect your business and their business to advise you on that as well. How long has your partner been in business? And it doesn't mean that somebody who just got into business is a bad partner, but what I would do, Better Business Bureau, Google reviews, right? So there is a way of checking them out, and I would definitely do that before I go into any bigger investment. And then is their target market the same as yours? Because some of them might have a house brand. If they don't sell it business to business, you are directly competing with them. You don't want that. So ask those questions. Education and a blog. Check out the website. Study the website. Do they offer anything that you can forward and use for your customers? Because if they have a blog and education, they will share information in a compliant way. And you can copy that and use that, modify it. Marketing support for the house brand, for the national brand. This is a big trend right now. Everybody is asking for marketing materials on the house brand, of course, on your private label. They're not going to be able to provide it exactly because everybody has a different marketing approach. But if they do have a house brand, they should have some marketing materials that you can print off the website and utilize right away. Do they offer any tours? We used to do a lot of touring before COVID, and then COVID hit, we couldn't do it. We started the tours again, but that's a great opportunity. You're just touring the facility, look at the cleanliness. Okay, I love to talk, so I'm being cut off. So do they provide any tours? Now, customer service, test their customer service. Make sure they are picking up the phone. Make sure if your bottle is broken, they will replace the bottle. And the best way is to order some samples before you go into any bigger orders, but not picking up the phone is the first indicator that they are not going to be a good partner for you. And that would be like the number one complaint that I'm getting when people are calling me. Oh, they did not pick up the phone, I did not get my product, and yeah. So that's about it. I hope it was helpful to you. There was some piece of information that you could use. If you have any questions, I'm going to be here to the side. Please say hello to me, take my card. I'd be happy to answer all your questions. Thank you.